Hello and welcome. Join me as we journey to the wildest, most remote corners of our planet, jungles, plains, and ocean depths, where life unfolds in spectacular forms. But this journey has an urgent purpose, to witness not just nature's beauty, but its fragility. Today, we'll meet extraordinary animals, creatures of myth and legend, each a masterpiece of evolution, now standing on the edge of extinction. Their stories reflect our impact on the planet and are a desperate call to action. Now, our journey begins. Our first stop is the Gulf of California, Mexico, a place of stark beauty, where the desert meets the sea in a breathtaking display of nature's artistry. This narrow body of water, cradled between the Baja California Peninsula and the Mexican mainland, is a biodiversity hotspot, a vibrant ecosystem teeming with life found nowhere else on Earth. It's a sea teeming with life, from playful dolphins and majestic whales to countless species of fish and invertebrates, a true underwater paradise. But beneath the surface of this vibrant ecosystem, a silent tragedy is unfolding, a crisis that threatens to erase one of its most unique inhabitants forever. Here lives the vaquita, a creature so rare and elusive that it's often referred to as a ghost. The vaquita is the world's smallest and most endangered porpoise, a gentle marine mammal distinguished by its dark rings around its eyes, giving it a perpetually surprised and endearing expression. It's a creature so rarely seen, so close to extinction, that it has become known as the ghost of the Gulf. A phantom presence in its own habitat. Shy and elusive, the vaquita prefers the murky waters of the upper Gulf of California, making it incredibly difficult to study and protect. Vaquitas communicate with high-frequency clicks, using echolocation to navigate their surroundings and find food in the turbid waters. These sounds, once a common chorus in the Gulf, are now fading into silence. Living in obscurity, far from the awareness of most of the world, the vaquita has quietly faced an unprecedented threat to its very existence. Until gill nets set for the totoaba fish began to decimate their numbers. These nets, designed to catch the totoaba, an endangered fish, prized for its swim bladder, became a deadly trap for the vaquita. The illegal totoaba trade, driven by insatiable demand for its swim bladder in traditional Chinese medicine, has fueled a black market that threatens to wipe out both the totoaba and the vaquita. This relentless pursuit of profit has turned the vaquita's home into a deadly trap, a gauntlet of nets that they cannot escape. Entangled in these nets, the vaquitas suffocate, their already fragile population pushed closer to the brink. Fewer than 10 vaquitas remain, a heartbreaking testament to the devastating impact of human activity on a single species. Each loss is devastating for a population that was never large, further reducing their genetic diversity and making them even more vulnerable to extinction. Conservationists race against time to save them, employing every tool and strategy at their disposal. They are working tirelessly, removing gill nets that pose an immediate threat, and using acoustic monitoring to track the remaining survivors, hoping to learn more about their behavior and habitat. Yet, for every net removed, another appears, a stark reminder of the immense challenges they face. This relentless cycle is driven by profit and international crime, a complex web of illegal activity that is difficult to unravel. The vaquita's struggle is a symbol of the wider conservation crisis, a microcosm of the challenges facing countless species around the globe. It highlights how socioeconomic forces and illegal trade can combine to threaten entire species, pushing them to the very edge of extinction. The demand for rare and exotic products fuels a destructive cycle that devastates ecosystems and endangers wildlife. The question is stark. Will we let this unique creature vanish forever, a silent casualty of human greed and indifference? Or will we rise to the challenge and take the necessary steps to protect it? The clock is ticking and the future of the vaquita hangs in the balance. The time to act is now, before it truly becomes a ghost of the Gulf, lost forever to the depths of the ocean. We move to Indonesia's Ujung Kulon National Park, the last refuge of the Javan rhinoceros. Once widespread across Asia, the Javan rhino now survives only here. About 75 individuals remain. Habitat loss and relentless poaching for their horns have pushed them to the brink. Their entire population is confined to a single park, making them vulnerable to disease or disaster. Conservationists patrol the park, manage habitats and monitor rhinos with camera traps. The urgent goal: establish a second population in a secure location, a risky but necessary step. The Javan rhino's fate hangs by a thread, a stark reminder of how quickly a species can be lost. The future of this armored unicorn depends on our actions now. In New Zealand's mossy forest lives the kakapo, a flightless nocturnal parrot with a booming call and a gentle personality. Once abundant, kakapos were decimated by introduced predators and thought extinct until a tiny population was rediscovered. Intensive conservation began. Every kakapo was moved to predator-free islands and fitted with transmitters. Breeding is rare, triggered only by mass fruiting of native trees, so every egg is precious. Conservationists monitor nests, incubate eggs, and hand-rear chicks when needed. From just 51 birds in 1995, the population has grown to over 200. Yet low genetic diversity and infertility remain challenges. The kakapo's story is a testament to human dedication and the possibility of recovery, even from the edge of extinction. In the remote borderlands where Russia meets China, a realm of snow-dusted forests and icy rivers, lies a story of survival against all odds. This harsh, beautiful landscape is home to one of the world's rarest big cats, the Amur leopard, a creature of breathtaking beauty and resilience. Its thick spotted coat provides camouflage against the winter snow, a vital adaptation for survival in this challenging environment. Known as the mountain ghost, a fitting name for an animal so elusive and rare that it seems to fade into the very fabric of the forest. Its presence is often only revealed by fleeting glimpses and camera trap images. It stalks the snowy forest with an unmatched grace, a silent hunter navigating a world where survival is a daily struggle. The Amur leopard is perfectly adapted to this environment, a testament to the power of evolution. With fewer than 30 left in the wild by the early 2000s, the Amur leopard teetered on the brink of extinction. Its story is a stark reminder of the devastating impact human activities can have on fragile ecosystems. Poaching and habitat loss nearly erase them from existence. Snares set for other animals often caught these magnificent creatures, while the relentless destruction of their forest home pushed them closer to the abyss. Their beautiful pelts and bones made them targets for illegal trade, fueling a cruel and unsustainable market that threatened to wipe out the entire species. The demand for their body parts placed an unbearable pressure on the already dwindling population, while prey depletion and forest destruction compounded their decline, leaving them with fewer and fewer resources to survive. The delicate balance of the ecosystem was disrupted, making it increasingly difficult for the Amur leopard to thrive. Recognizing the urgency of the situation, Russia established the Land of the Leopard National Park, a sanctuary dedicated to protecting these incredible animals and their habitat. This initiative involved boosting anti-poaching patrols to safeguard the leopards from illegal hunting, and implementing programs to restore prey populations, ensuring they had enough to eat. Crucially, public awareness campaigns turned local communities into allies, fostering a sense of shared responsibility for the leopard's survival. Now, thanks to these dedicated efforts, the population has tripled to around 100, a remarkable testament to the power of conservation. Encouragingly, leopards are now crossing into new protected areas in China, expanding their range and offering hope for a more secure future. However, the Amur leopard's recovery is fragile, and the challenges are far from over. It remains threatened by poaching, which continues to pose a risk, and the small population size leads to genetic risks, making them vulnerable to disease and other threats. Its future depends on continued international cooperation, unwavering vigilance, and a deep commitment to protecting this extraordinary creature for generations to come. Deep in the Annamite Mountains of Vietnam and Laos, the saola, dubbed the Asian unicorn, remains one of the world's most mysterious mammals. Discovered only in 1992, the saola is rarely seen. No biologist has observed one in the wild. Its greatest threat: indiscriminate wire snares set for other animals, which kill saolas by accident. With an unknown population and elusive habits, saving the saola is a monumental challenge. Conservationists focus on removing snares and searching for viable populations using camera traps. There's a push to start a captive breeding program as a last resort. The saola's fate is a race against time and a symbol of the hidden wonders we risk losing forever. On Sumatra, Indonesia, the Sumatran elephant shapes the rainforest, but its world is vanishing. Deforestation for palm oil and paper has destroyed much of their habitat, forcing elephants into conflict with humans. Crop raids lead to retaliation, while poaching for ivory targets the few remaining tusked males. In one generation, the population has halved. Fewer than 2,000 remain. Conservationists deploy elephant flying squads to guide herds away from farms and restore forest corridors. Anti-poaching patrols and reforestation are vital to their survival. The future of these gentle giants depends on coexistence and urgent action to protect their shrinking home. Deep in the heart of Kenya's Ol Payeta Conservancy, a vast and protected landscape of savanna and acacia woodlands, lies a story of both profound loss and unwavering hope. This sanctuary, dedicated to conservation, is now the final refuge for a species on the brink. Here, under the watchful eyes of dedicated rangers, graze two northern white rhinos, Najin and Fatu, a mother and daughter. They are not just any rhinos, they are the last of their kind, living symbols of a tragic decline. With heavy hearts, we acknowledge that they are the last of their kind. Their existence is a stark reminder of the devastating impact humans can have on the natural world. Once widespread across Central and East Africa, these magnificent creatures roamed freely, thriving in diverse ecosystems. The northern white rhino subspecies was decimated, its population plummeting from thousands to just a handful in a matter of decades. The primary drivers of this catastrophic decline were relentless poaching, fueled by the demand for rhino horn in traditional medicine, and the devastating impact of armed conflict, which disrupted habitats and conservation efforts. As their numbers dwindled in the wild, desperate attempts were made to secure the remaining individuals, leading to their relocation to protected reserves and zoos, leaving only a handful in captivity. Despite the best efforts, hopes for natural breeding faded with each passing year, as the remaining rhinos struggled to reproduce in their artificial environments. The situation grew increasingly dire as the last males died one by one, extinguishing any remaining possibility of natural procreation. The final blow came in 2018 with the agonizing death of Sudan, the last male northern white rhino, marking a somber milestone in the species' extinction trajectory. His passing served as a global wake-up call, highlighting the urgent need for innovative conservation strategies. Now, a dedicated team of scientists and conservationists are engaged in a desperate race against time to save the species from complete annihilation. Their ambitious plan involves using advanced reproductive technology, a suite of cutting-edge techniques that offer a glimmer of hope for the future. The process entails carefully harvesting eggs from Najin and Fatu, artificially creating embryos using frozen sperm collected from deceased male northern white rhinos, a precious genetic legacy. The ultimate goal is to implant these lab-created embryos into carefully selected southern white rhino surrogates, a closely related subspecies, who will hopefully carry the pregnancies to term. It's a last-ditch effort, a high-stakes gamble with the fate of an entire subspecies hanging in the balance. This complex procedure has never before been successfully performed in rhinos, making it a truly pioneering endeavor, fraught with challenges and uncertainties. The fate of the northern white rhino now rests in a laboratory, a sterile environment far removed from the African savanna where they once thrived. This situation serves as a stark testament to both human destruction, the cause of their near extinction, and human ingenuity, the potential solution to bring them back. Najin and Fatu's story is a powerful lesson, a poignant reminder of the fragility of life and the interconnectedness of all species. Their plight is a call to action, urging us to redouble our efforts to protect endangered species and prevent other magnificent creatures from following them into oblivion. We've met remarkable creatures on the brink, each story a chapter in the larger narrative of our planet's health. Their survival mirrors our choices. The responsibility to act is ours. Share these stories, raise awareness, and support those fighting for conservation. By staying informed and engaged, we can all become advocates for the wild. Subscribe to Unknown Facts and help ensure these animals don't just survive, but thrive. Together, we can keep our world filled with wonder,